hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I was right. Short sold it at 10.30. Like I said, fucking tanked from there. Went all the way down to 9.80, 9.79, something like that. Did I cover it? No, not at 9.80. I did end up covering it at 10.17. Hardly made anything. Made a small little gain. I mean, it dropped so fast and rebounded so quick that I didn't even have time. I was talking on the Yahoo message boards to everybody. Next thing you know, bam, bam. So, you know, it's always about keeping your game. Whether it's $100, $200, $1,000, always keep your game. Don't worry about it. It's a lot better to have 3 little green days than 1 red day. I agree. I think everybody would agree with that. So let's talk about zagg. Okay, so zagg obviously did what I thought it would do today. It did tank from the short, of which I posted on a comment on my YouTube of 10.30. It did rebound very well. It ran all the way back up to like 10.40. Didn't hold, closed at like 10.20, 10.22, something like that. So for tomorrow's trading, I'm not actually going to be trading zagg. I'm actually not going to be trading it at all till next Monday because I'm transferring my funds to a different account. But anyways, so zagg, you know, for tomorrow's trade, you don't see something go up and up and up and up and up every day green unless you were the last past year of Netflix without a small drop. You know, everybody knew that the earnings were going to be better. Everybody knew the earnings were going to be great. Everybody pretty much expected it. But it's people that are really following zagg that expected it. Now you got to get those new investors, which will slowly come in time, you know, for the long run. So for a long run investment, zagg's a great thing. For the short term, you know, like tomorrow's trading, it might do what it did today, you know, go up a little bit, but I think it'll close red tomorrow. I think it might close down maybe 2%, 3%, and then maybe Friday, if it doesn't close down a little bit red and it shoots up, then it'll be great for next Monday for a nice little run. So I think if that happens, I might, you know, good in. You know, there's so many trades available that you can do. It's either you're going to short it or you're going to buy into it. If you're a day trader like me or an intraday trader, I don't really, you know, consider myself a day trader. But if you want to make money, then you got to trade it for how it is. If it's going to go up, buy it. If it's going to go down, short it. It's common sense. You know, I don't like to argue with people on the message board saying, oh, you did this, oh, you did that, you made $100. It's not about how much you make, it's about what you do, you know, and how much you make at the end of the year. It's what matters. So that's all I'm going to say about zagg. And when I say long run investment, I say maybe by the end of this year, I wouldn't keep it more than a year. I just don't, for the future, you know, 10 years, 20 years down the road, it'll get bought out and it might run up a little bit, but it's just, you know, Logitech, they got a big deal with Logitech. What do fucking do? Logitech's doing horrible on their revenue and everything. You know, it's kind of like, it reminds me of Sponge Tech. I was all over Sponge Tech when that fucker was around. And this kind of reminds me of Sponge Tech, except for they do have a good auditing firm, which is a different story, which Sponge Tech never had. But either way, you know, I don't know what to tell you about that. So, you know, I'll be watching the market tomorrow. You know, keeping my eye close on silver. Silver's like fucking, what, $34? It fucking dropped like 8% today, I think it dropped. It's fucking ridiculous. It's an easy game, just learn how to play it. If you wanna watch my trades, follow me, subscribe. I'll have my website up soon. Every trade will be screenshotted on the website. Every trade will, you know, be commented on live. Eventually have a live Logitech cam, just stream that motherfucker and everybody can watch how I trade. It's not about shorting, it's not about bashing, it's not about pumping, it's about that trade for that day. And that's what's most important. We don't care about what's going to go up tomorrow. And we don't want to deal with those penny stocks that might run up 40% for 20 minutes and then fucking drop 20%. And then, you know, Timothy Sykes is calling you up on the phone and saying, oh, you got to short this motherfucker. Oh, you got to short this bitch. Yeah, Timothy Sykes, he made a lot of money. He lost a lot of money. Somebody that had made so much money should have taught themselves not to lose it and put your risk. When you're losing $300,000 in a month, you know, that's not a good thing. Timothy Sykes is a great trader, though. I mean, I have to admit, if I could meet the guy, I'd meet the guy. I'd short the hell out of whatever he told me to short. And I'll tell you one thing, every time I thought he was wrong, he was right. He's one guy you gotta look up to in penny stocks. Timothy Sykes. So that's my shout out to Tim. How you doing? Alright, that's it. That's my comment on zagg today, and I think tomorrow it's gonna drop. I think it's gonna close red tomorrow. I am, you know, very surprised that it did actually continue to go up all the way to almost 1050, and then, you know, at 350 at the afternoon it just dropped down to 1020 or whatever. But I mean, it's a sell-off because most people, smart investors, do realize that it had a nice run today and it must drop before it will go up. And it will go up and it will go down. So it's just what's going to happen first for your day trade. So just remember that.